When you talk about Thanksgiving Square, though, I think you've got to talk about three things, because we are talking about three levels. We're talking about the surface. We're talking about one level down, which is the proposed pedestrian way, and the second level down, which is the truck network. The surface design is the responsibility of Thanksgiving Square Foundation, and they're very far along on that design. The problems that we have is the middle ground. The top is very far along in its final design stages. The bottom is very far along. Now we're trying to worry about the mid-range or the pedestrian network. And the basic problems there are if we build a pedestrian network, there's got to be reason for it to be there. It can't be just a long 20-foot wide corridor or tunnel that goes from point A to point B and nothing happens along the way. In my opinion, there's no justification to build that kind of a pedestrian way. The problem is basically one of which is quite evident. The theme of Thanksgiving Square is one of a religious nature, and we don't quarrel at all with that. I think that's a wonderful thing, and that's what the foundation is attempting to do. But we're in a position of if we are going to build a pedestrian way at the second level down, it's got to relate to something. It can't just be, as I said, a narrow corridor. And I think we would, if we cannot resolve some minor problems, which I think we can, then I think we would be better off to use the surface and not go underground.
It was anticipated that there would be rather free circulation at both of these levels, I believe. This was the thought and was based on similar spaces in other cities, and was recognized as what would be needed. As the plan for Thanksgiving Square has developed, the surface treatment and the recessed area, the sunken area that is part of the surface, in other words, the surface is concave, has not been designed to handle through pedestrian traffic or even major pedestrian traffic.
I think that the surface design will be very handsome. If it succeeds, which I think in the hands of Philip Johnson, there's a good chance that it will. Use of water as a muffling sound, it probably can provide a quiet place. And I think with continued hard work and determination on the part of people with varied ideas, we can still come up with a very good solution that may not be the ideal solution in anybody's eyes, but may be the best solution. It isn't the only public space we're going to have, and other ones may take quite a different character. But this one is terribly important because it's, in a way, the first one. The main place space could be said to be the first, but this is more public than main place is. And I think a lot of people have felt like that the tunnel system that connects into main place has been of questionable success, and I would certainly agree with them. And that's why those that see the need for this pedestrian circulation here are so determined that these not just be tunnels under Thanksgiving Square.
What do you think they ought to be?
Well, they should be pleasant, convenient, and I think that means they also need to be interesting. And I don't think that it's very easy to make a tunnel that way. In fact, I think it's virtually impossible to. So the needs are activity, natural light, comfortable dimensions, and I think as much contact with the surface as possible. By that I mean skylights, view areas where you can look into the lowered area, even though you may not be able to go through it conveniently.
If this problem can't be resolved, what's going to happen?
Well, first of all, I think it can be. I think that I wasn't as optimistic a week ago as I am now. I think it can be resolved, and I really don't know what the legal implications would be. I think it would be a shame to complete it only to find that it created such an obstacle to pedestrian circulation that in years to come it had to be substantially altered to accommodate them. And one reason I'm working so hard to get it workable for pedestrians now is to prevent that from happening, because it's going to be a beautiful thing, it's going to be very expensive, a lot of people have given a lot of money for it, and to put it in and disregard that it is a part of downtown and must do its part as far as pleasant circulation is concerned would be a great shame.